Hi Math 6-5. This is the video for lesson 113, which is located on page 584 in your textbook and is scheduled for Monday, August 13th. In this lesson, we're going to deal with improper fractions and mixed numbers. I know we've dealt with some of that before, so the first part I'm going to do is a little review here of how we go from an improper fraction to a mixed number, which, if you remember, this fraction bar means divide. So this is the same as saying 8 divided by 3, and that is what we do in order to get to our mixed number. So 8 divided by 3. We set it up as a division problem. 8 divided by 3, the closest we can get without going over would be 2. 2 times 3 is 6. Our next step is to subtract. 8 minus 6 is 2. So now we take our whole number, and that's our whole number in our answer becomes our whole number in our mixed number. Our remainder becomes our numerator, and our divisor becomes our denominator. And that is how we go from an improper fraction to a mixed number. Today what we're going to do is we're going to go the other way. We're going to take a mixed number and turn it into an improper fraction. So I made a sheet here of the steps to go from a mixed number and turn it into an improper fraction. So I made this sheet. I'm going to try to go piece by piece with you. I have all the steps written. Let me make sure the whole thing's on the video there. Okay, so if you look, here's my mixed number, 2 2/3. I have a place here that says start here. So I'm going to start with my denominator, 3. Start with your denominator. Go counterclockwise. Okay, so I'm going to go counterclockwise to the left here. Okay, I'm going to multiply it by the whole number. So I'm going counterclockwise. 3 times 2 is 6. Then I'm going to add, I'm going still counterclockwise. I'm going to add my numerator. So I'm at 6. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8. That number becomes my numerator over here in my improper fraction. So let me review that again. I took 3, I started here at my denominator, times 2, which gave me 6, going counterclockwise, going up around, plus 2 gives me my numerator, 8. So that number is my numerator. Now, I still have my denominator here. I have an end here. The original denominator, which is 3, stays the same for your improper fraction. So I just end here by copying that 3 over to here. And now, as a mixed number, 2 2/3 is equal to the improper fraction 8/3. Okay, so we're going to do some more of those today. We're going to do some examples from a mixed number to an improper fraction. Okay, in fact, if you want, I will, hold on, I'll put this back on the screen for a second. If you want to take a screenshot of that, you can. And that way, if you need that to help you through, I'm going to try to go slowly, so hopefully we can walk through that together. Okay, so let's look at some examples. So again, I start at my denominator, which is 2. I go counterclockwise, multiply times my whole number. 2 times 1 is 2. Counterclockwise, add my numerator. Add 1 is 3, and that becomes my new numerator. And then my denominator just copies over. So a mixed number of 1 1/2 is equal to 3 halves. If we draw that, because your book is going to show it to you some in pictures. So I would divide my circles into two pieces because that's my denominators for both fraction, the mixed number and the improper fraction. So if I have it in halves and I'm going to shade 3 out of, so I'm going to shade 3 of them, 1, 2, 3, you can see that I've shaded 1 and 1/2 to check myself. Okay, so let's look at another mixed number and turn it into an improper fraction. Always starting with my denominator and working counterclockwise, working to the left. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8. That becomes my numerator. Okay, so you do the counterclockwise motion to get your numerator, and then you just copy it straight over here. That's how you get your denominator. Okay. Let's look at one that's a little harder. You probably won't have one this hard today, but I'm working it with you, so we've got this. I always start at my starting point, which is my denominator. 8, working to the left counterclockwise, 8 times 7 is 56. Work around, add in the 1 is 57. And then I copy over my denominator. And that is my improper fraction. Okay? So, on these, your practice problems, this is what you're going to be doing, the whole thing of your practice problems. They are on page 586. And this will get very, very easy eventually. At first it's kind of weird, but it will get very easy. Let's look at some of these practice problems together real quick. Sure. Yeah, okay. Just making sure I had it on the screen. So your practice problems does the pictures. You know, I talked about how if we looked at the pictures, we could see that 1 and 1/2 was equal to 3/2. So your practice problems, 3 of them, use the pictures. It wants you to look at this picture, and the first thing you have to do is say, what is the mixed number that this picture represents? So if we look at A, the mixed number, we have 1 whole. So we know that, piece of paper here. We know on A, our whole number for our mixed number on A, we have 1 whole, and then we have this piece cut into fourths. So since it's cut into fourths, we know that our denominator is going to be 4. And then we have to decide how many are shaded, which is 3/4. Okay? So you have to turn the picture into the mixed number, then turn it into the improper fraction. Okay? So the first step is to get to the mixed number. And here's your mixed number. Okay? So if we do that, we'll do this one together. We take our 4, we always start at the denominator, work our way counterclockwise. So 4 times 1 is 4, plus 3 is 7. That becomes our numerator. And then we just copy over our denominator. So there it is as a mixed number and an improper fraction, how you would do A. So it's going to have A, B, C as pictures. It wants you to do that. Tell them first, tell the mixed number, and then change it to an improper fraction. Okay? So when you get to this part, it's going to be more like the rest of the examples we did, where it will give you a mixed number, and it just wants you to go through the steps to turn it into an improper fraction. Okay? So D, E, F, and G all give you the mixed number. A, B, and C, you have to look at the pictures to determine the mixed number. Okay? So that is your practice problems for lesson 113. Hope you're doing well. If you have any questions, let me know and I'll try to help you out. You can have your parents call or text or email me, and I'll try to help you guys out. Hope you're doing well.